Hey everyone, it's me David with another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Summer Set review, guys. This time we have what's actually just called the SnowSpeeder, set 75049, ages 7 to 12, has 278 pieces, and it's going to retail for $30 US. So it's a bit, I would say it's a bit expensive, maybe $25 would have been better for this set. 3 minifigures is nice considering all of them are new versions. The SnowSpeeder itself is very cool. Without ado, we'll go ahead and dive right into the figures, and I really actually just want to take a look at this first figure. This is my favorite figure. One of my favorite figures of the new summer sets is this new Snow Trooper, and it's because the backpack is no longer attached to his helmet, and so his helmet can now, you know, if you want to make him a really creepy stalker for some reason, you can turn his head around like that. But it's really great for stop motion when you need to turn their head or something like that. I always found that really annoying with the old design where the backpack was kind of molded with the helmet. But now he has the has a waist cape. It's the same waist cape the Airborne Trooper and the 212th Battalion Battle Pack has, except it's white, obviously. And then he's got a new torso print. And he is using the Clone Trooper face. And I'll take his head off right now. But on the back, there's a small backpack with a printed tile with the backpack design on it. Really like that. Looks great. And then you have back printing as well. Now I should also say that you get you actually get a second one of these backpack tiles, so you can put it on another one of your Clone Troopers if you want to. So that's pretty cool. I've never, for the I've built all of the summer 2014 sets, and for some reason all of the Imperial troops have the Clone Trooper head. Those of you who are hardcore Star Wars fans will know that the Imperial troops are recruited. They're not clones. I mean, there's some clones, but they stopped cloning once the Empire was, came in and stuff. But I mean, the Clone Troopers that were left from the Clone Wars were obviously used in the Empire, but eventually, 20 years later, they died off, and so Empire started recruiting different soldiers, different people. So they weren't Clone Troopers. So don't understand that. Maybe I'm missing something, or who knows? Maybe in Star Wars Episode 7 might explain that. Who knows? But for some reason, LEGO has decided to claim that all Imperial troops are Clone Troopers now. So that is not correct from the knowledge I know. But anyhow, great Snow Trooper. Very cool. Looks great. Now, you can also get the same figure in the AT-AT Walker. That's also part of this wave summer sets. However, that set has a Commander version of him. It's not much of a different variation, but it is different, and you'll have to watch that review to understand what I'm talking about. And to do so, you can just click down below, down to my Solid Brix Studios, a link down there, and you can go to my channel and check out the video there. Alright, so next is Dak Router. I'm not sure if he's saying his last name right. It's R-A-L-T-A-R. So, very cool guy. New design for the Hoth Rebel troops. Very cool. I like the design on it. Nice, some belt printing there as well. Here's the back. And you can see a very simple print on his helmet. Just the 2 Rebel blue symbols. And then here's his head print. It's got a little microphone right there. And I like this face right here. I think that was pretty cool. Like, oh my god, we're gonna die. Then he also has a blaster. So, very nice. All new printing, all new design. But yeah. And then, of course, Luke Skywalker with his blue lightsaber. Very important for this scene from the Hoth battle sequence. Take that off. And again, about the same printing, a little bit different. And here's his helmet. Pretty sure it's a new helmet print, similar to the last one, but new. Very nice. Take that off. Now I like this because his goggles are up in this version with his smile, and then there's also a version with his goggles down. So I thought that was a really cool design LEGO implemented. So very nice. And that is Luke Skywalker. Alright guys, so on to the actual SnowSpeeder from Hoth. There was just last year another SnowSpeeder set released, so a lot of people complained about this set being made because we already got a SnowSpeeder last year, so there's really no point in this set. Two things. First of all, the SnowSpeeder has actually been redesigned differently. There is some differences. I've built probably 4 different SnowSpeeder designs over the last like 7 years I've been doing LEGO Star Wars. I built different designs before. This is different. There is some new techniques used in it, so it's not a complete exactly copy. I just want to point that out. But another thing is LEGO's whole concept for this wave. This summer wave hasn't been the greatest. Only 3 of the 9 sets are original, which means they haven't been made by LEGO before. And I feel like it could be a reason that maybe Hoth and also the Imperial Star Destroyer that's also part of this wave. The Hoth might have a significance in Episode 7, which is coming out next year, and that'll be interesting because maybe that's why there's so many repeat sets in this wave, is because LEGO was given a heads up last year by Lucasfilm that hey, Hoth and these certain vehicles are going to be making a comeback. You might want to make some remakes of these sets. That's about the only thing I could come up with as an explanation for all of these repeat sets that we're getting in this wave. That's all I could really come up with. I could be completely wrong and LEGO just really didn't feel like trying on original ideas. I don't know. But on to the actual SnowSpeeder. I'll go ahead and zoom out. Not in. There we go. So here it is. Very cool. Just underneath the design. So this new design has the the spring-loaded missiles that are right here and here. I'll just go ahead and push these down. So they always work really well. I've said so in many of my reviews, so I don't really need to go into detail about that. But the overall, LEGO's always done a great job with the look of the SnowSpeeder. It looks pretty on par with the actual set. Great build, doesn't break. Kids will love this set. It's sticker heavy, so this is a sticker, that's a sticker. This is a printed piece, that's a sticker, and then when we lift this up, that is also a sticker. That's a wonderful sticker right there, and another sticker right here. Oh, did I tell you that there was another sticker right there? And another sticker right there. So, bit of a downside of the set. A lot of stickers. So, I don't think there was, other than the minifigures, not a single printed piece in this set, other than that backpack on the Snowtrooper. Now, on the back, there is one of these, they were used as blasters in the battle packs for this year's wave, but it's pretty simple. You just kind of just click this and then it shoots off. Pretty straightforward. They're using that as a backwards blaster, and you can kind of just turn it around and kind of do a little motion with that like that. The big draw feature I thought was they made this a bit better, at least building wise while I was building it. They made it better, is the tow cable on the back of the SnowSpeeder. It's pretty easy to do this, and if you get the AT-AT set from this wave, then you can for sure just wrap around this, and it works pretty well. It does break off if you kind of pull it hard like I did, but you just kind of pull it back in, and it's pretty easy, nothing too hard, I should say. So the tow cable works great. I usually hate string in LEGO sets, but this was pretty decent. And you can see there's a little piece attached to the tow cable. That's to attach to the AT-AT. So that's probably the biggest feature of the set. The other feature is how this cockpit opens up. Now there's two ways you can open up. You can open it that way, or you can open it that way. I don't know why you would want to just open it up like that way, because it's a lot simpler, but you choose to, then you choose to. But we can put Luke in here, and we can put Dak in here. Now here's a nice little thing Lego did, is you can take Dak's blaster. I don't want to say Luke's lightsaber. No, I don't. Luke's lightsaber can go right there. But we can put Dak's blaster right here, so you can store the stuff like that. And there's these little grooves as well for the minifigures. They don't stick on the studs. These little grooves right here kind of help the minifigures just slide on in like that. So that's a bit nice, and then you can just close that up on them, and there you go. They're in their SnowSpeeder. So that was a nice kind of little design. Looks good. The wings don't move, and there's some back engine detail as well. So that's it for the SnowSpeeder. This is the little cannon you also get with the set. So I mean, if it was just the SnowSpeeder against this little snowtrooper, we all know the snowtrooper would die. But at least they include a decent sized cannon. I never really like this thing right here. It just doesn't really work for me, but it's always been part of the design for this cannon, used in other sets. But there it is with the snowtrooper attached to it. You know, I guess it's kind of like the ammo going into it. So, you know, it can be like bam, bam, bam. Snowtrooper can be like, pew. So you can have fun with that if you're a kid or an adult or a teenager. You don't have to be any age to have fun with Lego. Who said you can't have fun with a toy when you're an adult? I say go right ahead. Anyhow, that's really it to the SnowSpeeder. You do get an extra one of these. These are the flick missile things on the bottom. You get an extra one of those. Yeah, at least there's a weapon for every figure in this set, so that's nice. We'll go ahead and move on to the box. Box is a bit high. When I say that, I mean tall. So that's the box. Flip it over. Here's what it looks like on the back. Again, just all the features I went ahead and went over and stuff. Cool scene right here. Kind of an engineering look at the design. And minifig scale and all that fun stuff. And yeah, so this set will be hitting out in August of 2014 for the US. Those of you in other parts of the world, like Europe, it's already available for you. Alright guys, so that's it really to the SnowSpeeder. There's not much more to explain. So again, my theory is that the reason why we're getting another Hoth wave this summer is because I feel like Hoth will either, another reason could be that Star Wars Battlefront, the video game, is also hitting shelves next year, and those of you who follow video games like I do, then you'll know that the teaser trailer had a Hoth sequence with a SnowSpeeder and a Walker. So there could be bigger reasons that we're not aware of right now of why Lego has decided to make so many remake sets this wave. I honestly don't think they did it just because they wanted to do it. I think there was another reason that Lucasfilm by the way owns Star Wars and is the company that makes all the Star Wars stuff. Lucasfilm had some input on this wave. I feel like maybe Lego had some input with that new MTT that we're getting that I will be reviewing as well. Hey, let's make the MTT and such. So who knows? But I feel like that there's a bigger reason why there's so many remakes for this set. I know a lot of you has asked me that question, and that is my answer. So that's all I gotta say this time, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another Lego Star Wars 2014 set review. Everybody, have a great day. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.